What is up, everybody? It's been a while since I've been on YouTube doing a whole bunch of schoolwork, getting the Subaru ready for a camping trip. And the good news is, usually when I get the Subaru camping ready for a camping trip, it either means I'm taking the Hawk somewhere or I'm taking my mountain bike somewhere. So stay tuned for that. I haven't started this thing up in a while. So in today's video, I just figured I wanted to do, actually, you know, a suggestion from one of you guys. You guys wanted to know, one of you wanted to know exactly what I've experienced with it, like what went wrong, what I've had go out on me, etc. You know, what's good, what's bad, what broke, did anything break? Yeah, this bike does have a tendency to have a, you know, it's a Chinese bike, it's really cheap, so people have their questions, and yeah, we'll go over what I've experienced. Also, because I've, you know, my grandpa got one, I can also have his experience. He told me what he, you know, his Hawk experience was like. I can tell you, for me, it was great. I mean, the only thing that was bad on this bike was the blinker relay. There's a relay underneath the seat, so the only relay underneath the seat. And the one that came with was completely broken. Nothing, the blinkers wouldn't work. That was like $6 though, I think, on Amazon. And then other than that, you know, it was just kind of upgrades, not really necessary, you know. Like, I could have kept the bike stock, but I liked it. I wanted something a little louder, so I went ahead and put a new exhaust on it. Also gave it a new intake. Rejetted the carburetor. Those are all optional. It's not nothing you have to necessarily do. The only other thing that kind of, I guess, what you consider went bad or broke was the front brake. I needed to bleed, so I bled that. Ever since that, I didn't even do a full bleed. I just kind of tapped the hose and the brake caliper and let all the air bubbles come up, and it brakes really good right now. So yeah, that's all I really needed, I think. Now it does vary because, you know, like I said, I've had people call me saying their bike won't start at all. I've had people say that there's no power, they have everything plugged in. My grandpa, for example, he got his bike and the front wheel was bent, but he was able to kind of true it again. And you know, you're paying very little money. You kind of have to expect that, and that you might get a perfect bike like mine did with just a broken relay, which is like a $6 fix, or you might end up having to spend a lot of money on other stuff, or maybe your bike's a dud. I don't know. You know, there's not somebody at the end of the assembly line saying, oh, this passes, oh, this passes, oh, nope, this one didn't meet our quality standards, so send it back to the end of the line. There's nothing like that happening at the factories that make these Hawks. These things are built to just build as many as possible and ship them out as fast as possible. That's it. Just get them in and out all day, every day. Oh, what is that? What? Did y'all see that? What the heck was that? I've never seen that in my life. Alright, back to the video. So yeah, I was gonna do 5 things I hate about my Hawk 250. See, when I saw that comment, I was like, that'd be a really cool video to do. But as I was thinking of it, I'm like, I can't really, it's hard to find 5 things I hate about my Hawk 250. But we'll go into it, and I'll try to find something. Might have to nitpick a little. So number 5. What do I hate about my Hawk 250? Well, I hate the stock dash. That thing looks terrible. It looks so tacky. It's just yellow. Like, what? There's no other yellow parts on the bike. Like, the bike doesn't even come in yellow. It has a yellow, bright orange, yellow dash, orangish yellow, yellowish orange dash on your. It looks so gross. It doesn't have a rev tachometer. Just has a speedometer. No gear indicator. It does have neutral light. It doesn't have blinker light, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that stock dash looks terrible. But that can also be fixed with a $100 dash off eBay. Alright, what's number 2? Let's see. Oh, the other thing about the dash, and you can't fix that. You can't fix this part. It always reads off. It's always like 5 miles an hour off. Okay, there, the suspension. I bottom out on this thing all the time, especially the rear. Yeah, the rear suspension, I just completely bottom out all the time if I'm off-road, on road, hitting a large bump. The front suspension, not too bad. It's a little soft, but it's, you know, it's, you still can, you don't bottom out as much as the rear. The rear, I bottom out all the time. It does have preload adjustment, which is nice, but that's about it. But yeah, I don't like the suspension, the rear suspension. Man, what else is there? I don't know. I love this thing. We kind of got one with 3 more somehow. Oh man. The seat, actually. Yeah, it's a good point. I always say that when I'm off-roading. I was like, this seat gets in the way too much. So yeah, I also hate my seat. It's very comfy on road, but when you're off-road, and I use this more as an off-road toy nowadays. It's just, it gets in the way, you know, like a normal dirt bike seat's very skinny, so you can move around a lot. And on this one, I feel like I'm always hitting myself in the butt with my seat. But yeah, that's like not a big deal though, honestly, because on road it's a really good. On road it's pretty comfy actually, so I kind of like that. But off road is when I kind of don't like it. But again, I mean, this is more of my off-road toy now. I mean, it's still a dual sport, so I guess it's, you know, I'm getting all the extra bits of peanut butter off the sides of the jar, because I can't really think of anything that I hate on this bike. Number 2 thing that I hate, the vibrations. It's not a counterbalanced engine like the CSE 2T250. So, you know, on that bike, it's a counterbalanced engine, so there's like virtually no vibration. And it's kind of like my, you know, even though it's a single, that's why my CSE 450, this RX4, that's why it's so smooth, is because it's counterbalanced. You know, especially like right now, even though I'm not doing much, but I do have stock gearing back on this thing. It's pretty vibrating. My hands are feeling it. they're tingling already. And you don't really notice it until you get a bike with a counterbalanced engine like the RX4, and then you're like, man, I really appreciate, you know, modern engineering and counterbalanced technology. And probably the number 1 biggest thing I hate about the Hawk 250 is maybe power. Yeah, power. I mean, obviously stock gearing, you got a lot of torque, but once you start messing with gearing, you get better top speed, but then you're losing a lot of torque. You have to start working the clutch a lot more. I mean, I'm really nitpicking though. And yes, power's better, but I've also like the lightweightness of this thing. It feels so fun and playful. And it's sort of like slow car fast, you know, slow car fun, where, you know, I'm not a big speed demon anyway. I just like to have fun on dirt. And this is perfect for what I like to do, so. But that's it. That's the 5 things I hate about my Hawk 250. Gosh, it's like, it is hard packed, but it's super bumpy. You hearing that? Like, do. Oh yeah, another huge shout out to everybody getting new bikes. I get a lot of messages, you know, emails and just messages on my comments saying you're getting a new Hawk, you're expecting it. I hope you enjoy your bike. And I hope if it doesn't come in and it's not as expected, that you don't take it out on me. It is definitely a unique bike. You have to kind of learn to love it. But trust me, if you just put in the time and effort and dial it in, it's a great bike. And you can't beat the money at all. You can't. There's no other bike. There's no other bang for buck bike, I think, on the market right now. It's definitely got like pit bike vibes to it, I guess you can say. So yeah, let me guys know what you think. What is your 5 things that you hate about your Hawk 250? That was a little bit fun. We got to take the Hawk out for a little spin. It's been kind of bedridden lately, you know, just sitting in the garage all lonely. Well, it's not lonely. It's got its buddies. It's got its buddies nearby, right next to it. Is it too late to add one more gear? I'd love one more gear. I hate the fact that it doesn't have a 6th speed. Alright guys, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you guys all for stopping in yet again. But yeah, until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.